Good morning all. I am Sanjeev. Today we are going to discuss about ban on Chinese apps in India. Now let's start the discussion. On 2nd of September 2020, the government of India banned 118 Chinese apps including PUBG under section 69A of IT Act 2020, citing threat to national security and the privacy of Indian citizens. Earlier on 29 June 2020, India banned 59 Chinese apps including the famous TikTok app for the same reason. The government issued an explanation that these apps are illegally exporting data to location outside India. It doesn't mention the relation of apps with China, but these apps are mostly of Chinese origin or have a major part of investment from Chinese companies. How will the ban be enforced? What do you think, Sangeeta?
As far as I know, the notification is expected to be followed by instructions to internet service provider to block these apps. Users are likely to soon see a message saying access to the apps has been restricted on the request of the government. However, while this will impact apps like TikTok and UC News that need a live feed to serve any purpose, users might still live feed to any able to continue using apps that don't need a active internet connection to be used. But further download of these apps like cam scanners are likely to be blocked on Google Play stores and Apple Store. What is the reason for the ban? Would you say, Honey?
Yeah. Reason for the ban first is data security. India's Ministry of Information Technology has said the ban was the result of many complaints from various sources about apps that were stealing and transmitting users' data in an unauthorized manner. Many of the Chinese apps have been linked to controversy over data privacy and have been accused of sharing sensitive information with the Chinese government. Also, US senators have even called for an investigation into TikTok, which fiercely rejected these claims. Now, the second is China's national intelligence law. China's national intelligence law mandates and incentivizes with them. This means that the data collected by the Chinese app from these potential users can be accessible to the Chinese government. There has been also be several evidence that the data will casually copy on the clipboard, like our bank OTP, phone number, personal information is accessible and readable by this app. The leak of such sensitive information can pose a major threat to the user of this app as well as of our country. So, would you say, Rahul, what would you say, Rahul, is this first time Chinese app have been banned in India?
This isn't the first time that Chinese apps have been banned in India. In the year 2017, Alibaba UC browser came under the scrutiny and allegedly that they were leaking the data of Indian users. So our Indian Defense Ministry asked our armed personnels and forces to uninstall the all 42 Chinese apps. The timing of the ban was coincidental, but rather a response to the events at the border. Now, World Trade Organization, what does think? The officials burst aside Beijing's continents, and they were willing threat to a big threat pushed in India for a World Trade Organization over New Delhi. Monday on 29 June, our government decided to ban 59 Chinese apps, including TikTok, UC browser, and other famous Chinese apps. Deciding that they were the prejudicial to sovereignty of India, defense of India, and our Indian government has no agreement on this matter with China. Thus, our India can confidently defend on it under the clause of national security, interest, and sovereignty of the country. So, Ayush, what do you think? What will be the impact of this ban?
First, we will consider the popularity of the apps in India. India is TikTok's biggest foreign market with an estimated 120 million active users. TikTok allows users to publish and share launch in India. The app has been become a platform for Indians of all ages and classes. The apps has turned many ordinary Indians into social media superstars. And on the ban on this app, the thousands of TikTok influencers and who were making a living off the platform, and the many Indian traders and businessmen who need to connect to people in China and do that over WeChat have been negatively impacted. Response from the apps. TikTok present company ByteDance told the BBC it is and committed to working with Indian government. TikTok's India head Nikhil said on Twitter that the company had been invited to meet concerned government stakeholders for an opportunity to respond and submit clarification. What do you say about it, Nilesh?
Impact on China. China is India's largest trade partner after US, and our dependence on China extend well beyond the tech space. The app ban will certainly have an impact on the holding companies. For example, when it comes to TikTok, 30% of total installation came from India, and this naturally harmed its parent company, ByteDance. The impact on China economy overall is difficult to predict at this stage, but will of course be negative. By boycotting China, a boycott campaign was given a visible boost when prominent educator and innovator Sonam Wangchuk took to social media to urge India that was their responsibility as citizens to use their wallet power and leave a negative impact on Chinese imports. The ban will add fuel to the boycott China campaign, which is intensifying due to coronavirus pandemic and also because of China aggression at Kalanwara Valley. Now we can go on conclusion. Ms. Sangeeta, can you give further details?
The conclusion of this ban is I must admit that this step will counter China's effort to become a tech giant. The banned apps have a large user base in India. This move can also urge other nations to look into the matter of data security and can in turn have a deep impact on China. Also, this would give us support to the China plus one policy. What is your opinion on this, Sanjeev?
Yeah, localization of data. Localization in the Indian context simply means that companies collecting critical data about consumers must store and process such data within the Indian borders. Prior to the RBI's announcement of a deadline in September last year, most data from India was not stored within the country. It was usually stored on a cloud database outside India. Need for stricter laws. India is yet to pass a robust law, and the latest version of the draft gives powers to the government intelligence agencies, much like the Chinese apps. We need to get our own policies right first. That's all for today. The GD ends here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.